Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Written by Lisa Marisoli. Designed by Mick Wells. Published by Silver Dolphin Books. It was an exciting day in Christmas Town. All the young deer were going to compete in their very first reindeer games. The ones who were the best would join Santa's team when they grew up. When it was time for the flying game, Rudolph soared into the air. Everyone cheered until the fake black nose that he always wore popped off. Underneath his real nose glowed bright red. The other reindeer stared at Rudolph and laughed at him for being different. Rudolph sadly wandered off, but soon he made a new friend in Hermie the elf. The other elves made fun of Hermie because he didn't want to make toys. Instead, he longed to be a dentist. So, Hermie and Rudolph struck out to look for a place where they could fit in. Soon, they joined up with a prospector named Yukon Cornelius. It wasn't long before the abominable snow monster saw Rudolph's glowing nose and chased after them. Yukon Cornelius used his axe to make an iceberg and they floated away to safety. The friends landed on the island of misfit toys. It was filled with toys that no one wanted because they were different too. The misfits included a train with square wheels, an elephant with spots, and a boat that couldn't float. A winged lion named King Moonracer ruled the island. He wanted Rudolph to tell Santa about the lonely toys. I'm sure he could find little girls and boys who would be happy with them, King Moonracer said. Rudolph promised that he would deliver the king's message. That night, Rudolph set off by himself. He didn't want his shining red nose to put his friends in danger again. After many months, he reached Christmas Town, but his mother and father were nowhere to be found. They, along with his friend Clarice, had gone looking for him. On a hunch, Rudolph went to the cave of the abominable snow monster. The beast was holding his parents and Clarice captive inside. Yukon Cornelius and Hermie showed up just in time and turned the snow monster from terrifying to toothless. The reindeer and Hermie headed home in a huge blizzard. It was Christmas Eve when they finally arrived at Santa's workshop. Everyone was relieved to see the weary travelers. They were sorry that they had treated Rudolph and Hermie so badly. Santa was worried that the storm would make it too dangerous to fly that night. Then he had an idea. "Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" he asked. "It would be an honor, sir," Rudolph answered proudly. After a quick stop at the island of misfit toys, he carefully delivered each plaything to a child who would love it just the way it was. It was a very Merry Christmas all over the world, thanks to Rudolph and one of a kind, perfectly wonderful nose.